How you doing? As I said, I was going to be starting a video blog on the posts that I did on my website. So the first post I want to talk about was Tyler Perry Nailed to the Cross, which was obviously a play on his movie Alex Cross, which if you've read the reviews were not very good. And if you watch the box office, he did his worst box office numbers to date. Now, I'm not going to dump on Tyler Perry, not even though I'm not a fan of his work. What I'm going to talk about is two things that I think could have made that more successful. The first is I think Tyler has insulated himself amongst a group of people, none of which have the power to pull him aside and really tell him anything that's worth listening to. It's a bunch of yes people. And I think with the exception of Oprah Winfrey, who tries to sort of tutor him to some degree, he really needs to break out of that milieu and get in a situation where people can give him real salient advice about things he's doing, especially as he tries to break out of the media box and really establish himself as a brand onto itself. Now, speaking of brands, when you're talking about the Alex Cross or James Patterson brand, there were some major problems there that I saw from the beginning. First of which is the demographics. Tyler Perry's demographic is older black women who go see the Medea movies. The demographic for these action adventure films are older black men. Or older men, period, but definitely for him, older black men. So you have really a demographic that's night and day. So you really needed to focus on how he was going to rebrand himself and the movie. And what I think he did as a major misstep was not inviting Morgan Freeman into the project. This is a brand that Morgan Freeman has established with two major hits, Kiss the Girls and Along Came a Spider. And he's been very successful. Not to mention the fact that he's a brand onto himself with an Oscar and a whole following and a wonderful reputation in Hollywood and in the country as a wonderful person. And I think when you're getting ready to take on someone's brand like that, even though the movie was placed 20 years before his character existed because of the flashback nature of the movie, if he would have written into the script even a 15-minute cameo for Morgan just to introduce himself to the characters and sort of hand off the baton from Morgan to Tyler, would have been a smoother effort, and one you'd have gotten those older black men in to see Morgan, and then they could have easily warmed up to Tyler. If you notice some other brands that have been done like that, when Sam Jackson did the remake of the Shaft movie, he had the original Shaft in the movie, even though he was playing more of a secondary cameo role. He still, because of the brand, he brought him into the movie and he had him play a significant portion of the movie, again, to just sort of establish the brand, pay homage to the brand, and to reintroduce the new character taking over the brand. And I think this is something very, very important that he should take away as a lesson. When you're taking over someone's brand, you really need to be real cognizant of how you're going to do that. So that's right. Basically, what I say is my comments on why I think it was a failure and what I think he could have done in advance. If you agree, let me know. If you disagree, let me know that as well. Okay, be blessed.